it's hard because you can't really see each other now. But for the sound is now even, right? Before I heard a lot of you and not much of you. But I think if you can manage this, I think it would sound a lot better. Okay, now the second thing is, and let's go back to our places here. So you guys we'll go back to the place where you're used to playing. And we'll bring you over here. What I want to talk about now is bow pressure or bow weight. What do I mean by that? Yeah, how hard you're pressing, how much bow you're letting to sink into the string. And I think what's happening is that I think your bow pressure is much heavier than your bow pressure. And it's not that it's wrong, it's just that it's uneven. So you guys have to decide if you should be playing less or you should be playing more. But whatever the decision is, it has to match. You guys have to try and sound like you're one instrument, okay? Let's just try something. So you play less pressure, so don't play quite as loud. And I'd like for you to press a little bit harder and bring your instrument out. Okay? Go ahead and start at the beginning. We're trying something entirely different. Now you're playing a little too loud, you're playing a little bit left, so we've got to, so suddenly it's this, and now it's this, and now we've got to equal that out somehow, okay? But that's something you guys can practice on your own time, okay? The very first note, play the first note, play it pianissimo, and just hold that first note as if there's a fermata over it. Go ahead. Good, go to the second note. Third note. Whoops. Oh, I see what I did wrong. Never mind. That doesn't work. So go to the first note again. A little bit higher. Yeah, not even higher. There it is. Now, do you guys know how to do vibrato yet? Kind of, sort of. Add vibrato. Yeah, don't play louder. Just add vibrato. Good. Vibrato is going to help intonation. Now, I know you guys are, what grade are you in? 7th grade? 8th grade. So you're just now starting to experiment with vibrato. Okay, my students are doing the same thing. But that helps intonation. And the first performance that we had, when you guys just played, the first measure wasn't quite in tune. You got it in tune later on. But you want that first note to be right together. So practice getting that first note in tune. That's going to help the rest of the measure. Now, you guys are doing extremely well. I'm going to ask one other thing from you. What are the dynamics? What do I say when I talk about dynamics? What am I talking about? Right. Mezzo piano, mezzo forte, forte. What's the beginning? It's a mezzo forte. So it's not a forte, which is sort of what I feel that you're playing forte and you got mezzo forte. Not that it's wrong. It's just that that's all the whole tone idea. So you play mezzo forte and you make sure that you're a solid mezzo forte. And then where does it change? When do the dynamics change? Ninth measure?
My ninth measure, but his is the same.
So let's find your measure 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Huh, interesting. Why would they have that, do you think? His is, I disagree with yours. I think yours would definitely come down to a mezzo piano just like his. Because just like the beginning, you're repeating like the beginning, aren't you? Try that from the beginning. So it's a nice strong beginning, and then once we get down to measure 9, then we go to mezzo piano. Here we go. 1, ready, and... So that's an idea. I know I said to do the exact opposite of what it said there. Right? The minute it gets softer, and I asked you guys to get a little bit louder. But at least you guys have some ideas to play around with music and make this a better performance, okay? I didn't really talk about intonation because your intonation is actually very good. You're really playing in tune. I didn't talk about your positions because your positions are perfect. One thing that you're doing is the only thing that I would say about your bow stroke is that you're allowing the tip of your bow to go over the fingerboard. When you do a long down bow, the tip tends to drift a little bit. I couldn't see yours very well. I was watching his because he's facing me. But, so we didn't cover that. So we just went over the intonation, and the most important thing for you guys to be able to play together and do a really nice performance is that blending of the two instruments. Okay? And that goes for anything. You're playing a string quartet, or you're playing a trio, or whatever. You always want to blend. Okay? So you're all done. Very, very good performance. Very nicely done. Thank you.
Yeah, good job.